College preparatory course studies over the course of 4 years here. Today, we are proud to continue this tradition. Our second speaker is our valedictorian, who achieved an impressive 4.49 cumulative grade point average during his 4 years of study at Cathedral. On behalf of the class of 2015, please welcome our valedictorian and our UC Berkeley-bound graduate, Sebastian Mirano.
Good morning, Mr. Farfan, Brother John, members of the Board of Trustees, our distinguished administration and faculty, family members and friends, and most importantly, my fellow phantoms of the class of 2015. I would like to start out by saying, I like my speeches to be much like myself, short and sweet. On that note, I'd also like to do something a little unorthodox, so hopefully I can captivate the wonderful audience gathered here today. Here goes a little tale of a member of the class of 2015, and it's magnificent. It's not a reflection of the whole student body, since everyone's story is a little different. Flashback to some time towards the end of 8th grade. At this point, our high school decisions were made. Cathedral had offered me something enticing. Financial aid and scholarship, which a lot of us received, was like cake with extra icing. Then I was introduced to a system that catered to those that wanted a reasonably priced quality education. Summer school began either for mastering skills or for advancement. Little would I know, I'd be in store for an academic and social banquet. There we were, the math and science students, a little awkward in trying to fit in. Small talk and introductions, just trying on the basic intuitions. In walks Mr. Rez, our very first teacher together. He'd have to teach us to spit out geometric ideas at the drop of a feather. As if it wasn't bad enough, we spent our summer in a classroom. We'd have homework to do, or to procrastinate until we saw the moon. Our class is a little chatty, to say the least. We can be as unruly as an untamed beast. Even in the summer, we banded together to help each other out, and we would be doing that throughout the years, without a doubt. In the blink of an eye, freshman year had begun. This time was both really frightening and really fun. The little fish were finally thrown into the big pond, and surely the big fish were quick to respond. I was either called Chinese Chepe, or that kid that looks like the other Filipino named Addres. Whether it was because of my ethnicity or awkward demeanor, I couldn't tell. Getting used to the schedule wasn't so bad. The uniforms even helped us not to worry about swag. The freshman athletes had to prove their worth, for they were given both a blessing and a curse. To balance school and training must have been brutal. Learning time management was absolutely crucial. I truly admired those who honed both body and mind, but I already knew that kind of rigor wasn't the path of mine. I was all right at music, so band was for me, although if you asked Dr. Bartel, he'd facetiously disagree. At this point, we'd find what we wanted from Cathedral. From clubs to sports and groups, the choices were unbelievable. This is the time we established ourselves and archived our first prints on Cathedral's figurative shelves. But just as quickly as it began, freshman year ended. To some, it didn't turn out the way they intended. When sophomore year started, we lost some dear faces. It seems some contenders had swerved off the academic races. To lose some brothers would always be hard. They were pieces of a stained glass window, but were the missing shards. We met some new teachers, like those whose voice bellowed with might. Dr. James taught us about presidents and monarchs alike. If I had to recall something from his class, this would always come first. Gentlemen, the more there is of something, less is worth. For me, band had expanded. It became pep band and drumline, and I was not empty-handed. Either through sports or teams, the same pattern occurred. We would meet some of our closest friends, whose meaning to us would be severely limited by words. Freshman and sophomore year whirled by without ceasing. Our time at Cathedral was clearly decreasing. In junior year, we had to prepare ourselves for a new level of rigor. The college board had stocked up on ammo, and it was time to pull the trigger. The AP classes stormed the battle with might. Sometimes our students would be nowhere in sight. A push and AP language took the vanguard, when out came AP Calc, who flanked from afar. They even had an ace in their sleeve called physics honors. With a swift strike, our forces were almost goners. Our students were battle-torn, but arose from the ashes. We studied and studied to patch up our figurative gashes. This was also the time we received our junior year rings. We were finally upperclassmen with upperclassmen bling. We no longer took kindly to freshmen sneaking into our cafeteria line, although it was obvious nearly half of the time. We were some of the older and respected members of our teams and clubs. The underclassmen would hopefully show us respect and love. My favorite part was probably warning the sophomores with tales of their future academic wars. But wait, where did junior year go? It went by faster than any of our baseball pitchers could throw. It looks faster than football, ran faster than cross country, and it too would speed by, to put it bluntly. What did ensue was senior year. It was our very last one year. Some seniors had senioritis since they were freshmen, but at this point, who could really blame them? College apps, CIF champs, and the final band performances, this was our eschatonic display of scholastic excellence. Some were good enough to leave school precedents. Bittersweetly, some of us wouldn't even be California residents. Friends might split up and attend out-of-state colleges, but that is life, and we definitely acknowledge this. Then came prom, grad night, and graduation practice. Saying goodbye to my junior friends was equally as difficult. We tried to keep the tears and sobbing to a minimum. If I can impart something I learned, no amount of time spent can ever be returned. Time is inevitable, continuous, and unending. Take time, make time. Spend time like you're bargaining. Cherish every moment and try to make eternal memories. Don't just remember things like this ceremony. Class of 2015, here's my challenge I wanted to get to. Wherever you go, show them what Cathedral students can do. Positively impact everyone around you. There is no obstacle out there that we cannot push through. My phantom brothers, everyone in this room and I believe in you. Just ask anyone here, it's absolutely true. My brothers, time is ticking, so make the most of it. Let's walk strongly and proudly through those doors, and once more onto the breach, dear friends, once more. Thank you.